Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing some healing readings. So today we have the White Light Oracle. We have 4 cards from the White Light Oracle. And we are going to be doing, pick a card first of all. One of these has a healing reading for you. And then we're going to be doing chakra readings using the birch runes. Now, I use the 9-chakra system when I do these. I mean, I use the other numbers as well. But in general, when I do the healing readings, I will usually use the 9-chakra system. This is the one that uses the navel is the 3rd chakra, and the solar plexus becomes a minor chakra along with a higher heart chakra. It's one of the ways to do it. Anyway, so that's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do the ones above and below the body because we're focusing on the body because we're doing the healing reading. So that's just basically in case you're looking at it going, that's 9! And that's not 7. The 7 are in there. We just have the extras. Two other ones, which are a more ancient count. Anyway, so healing readings. White Light Oracle, feel into the cards. One of these will have a healing message for you. And I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, card number 1, people. So we're going to turn the card number 1, and we're going to see what your basic general healing need is, and that's the Alabaster Tablet of Layla. So this says... this is the divine feminine as balancer. So this does not necessarily have to do with, female identifying or any sort of thing like that. It's just basically bringing in yin as a balancer for a lot of yang. So if you're focused on go, 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 action, 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 this is the time now. What's going to help you with healing is to bring in more yin, more receiving, more rest, more healing, more inaction, not inaction, but just your action is going to be turned inward, and it's going to be more of an organic sort of thing than maybe you've been pushing really, really hard, and you need to now bring in, for balance, you need to bring in the yin. So let's start with the runes in chakra format. It's the ice cream truck outside. Awesome. We get so excited. I'll tell you, we have nearby us a daycare center, and whenever the ice cream truck goes by during the day, you'll hear the ice cream truck music, and then you'll hear all these screams. It's glorious. So, so I'm laying out the runes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, inner eye, and crown. And we're going to bring this down because it's gone a bit too high. I started too high. Okay, let's bring this on down. So base, sacral, navel, solar plexus, heart, higher heart, throat, inner eye, crown. Okay. So starting from the bottom, your base chakra is your connection to life and the physical realm. There is something right now that you're going to need to really, really, really pay attention to and focus on because it's practically an emergency for you. We have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need, but when it's reversed, it's an emergency. You have to basically, at this point, drop everything and face this. Face what it is that is going on with your connection to life, your feelings of connection with life, and also with your physical body health. There may be at least one thing that you really need to absolutely address right away. So moving up, your Sacral Chakra, which is health, sexuality, and creativity. We have Pertho. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. It has to do with surprises, but surprises that were always there, and also, fate and luck and things like that. So your health, sexuality, and creativity, you're actually it's sort of unfurling itself to you. You know, the more you look, the more you're seeing. And this is very exciting. So this is something that is opening up for you, and you're learning about what's inside, kind of thing, by doing this, by creating, by, taking care of your health. This is revealing things to you. The next one up is your navel. Your navel has to do with will, your will. And this is probably why this has shown up. We have dagas in the navel chakra place, which is your will. So it looks like you're very, very almost overwhelming for your will. Like, you know what you want and you go for it. And it's the go, go, go thing that's going to need some balancing based on the card and the base. So basically that's where you are now. You're like, go, go, go. Like, this is my will and I want what I want, and this is something I'm going to push for, and that is going to be, this is my drive, my push. So moving up, your solar plexus chakra is Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. It's another name for, Dagas is the breaking of the day. It's the dawn. It can be overwhelming, light. So your solar plexus, your connection with other people, I'm not going to say you're manipulative, but you're very careful in what you construct around you for the people around you, and you really work with what you have, but with people. You're very, I'm not going to say controlling either, but it's, that's sort of something that you might be close to tipping that balance into where it becomes something controlling or manipulative, but you really want to make sure that things are rigidly where you want them to be. And this goes along with your will as well. So here we are in the center. Here's your heart. Your heart is basically just carrying you on the journey. We have the journey rune. So right now your heart is just, your heart's doing well. Your heart's just carrying you along, and this is good. Maybe you're also being led by heart, carried by your heart, which is good. Your next one up is your higher heart, which has to do with belonging, sense of belonging. We have Avaz reversed. Avaz is the horse rune. The horse has to do with movement and spirit. So your sense of belonging it may feel like it's a bit faltering, like you may not feel as much that sense of belonging that you want. As well, it doesn't seem to be moving forward, and it doesn't really seem to be connecting with what you consider spirit. So you may be having some issues with feeling any sort of spiritual connection at this point. Maybe it's just like deep inside and you haven't connected with it in a while, but that's something that you may need to do. Your throat chakra, your communication, it's very, very focused, but it's not, it's focused, but it's sort of narrow. You could probably open that out a little better, but right now your communication is very direct, very focused, very to the point. We have Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the expansion rune. It has to do with, and it's like it's a torch, so it's like it's fire. It's something that starts small, like an ember, and goes into a blaze, but it's reversed in the throat chakra spot. So it's something like this is a bit constricted, but you are very direct in your communications. But you don't seem to have much on the side. It's sort of like very direct, and it sort of goes along with this and this as well. In your inner eye spot, inner eye chakra, we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and time. So you're actually getting a lot of fruits of your labors from your intuition. It's definitely something that it has its seasons. So it's sort of you notice an ebb and flow about it, but you are getting results. You're with your intuition, you do get results. So it's something that's doing pretty well. With your crown chakra, your connection to what you consider the divine, we have Gebo, which is the gift. It looks like you have a lot of exchange with what you consider the divine. So there is a back and forth going on. Also agreements, decisions, plans, and goals with that set up as well, which is what is helping you. Just based on these, it's going to give you a clue of what's going to help you. For the base chakra, where there is something that you do need to address as far as your connection with life and your connection with your physical form, you do need to focus on that. So that's one of the things it's suggesting, is focus on that. You know what it is in your physical life and in your connection with life. You know what the emergency is that you need to deal with. For your health, sexuality, and creativity, for Pertho, embrace the surprise. Basically, this is your gift. This is your surprise. These are your surprises that you're getting. Embrace them. For your will, I guess, just to be aware that it's relatively, and we're going to be drawing runes just to basically see what to do with these as well. So right off the bat, this is like just to become aware that it can be a bit overpowering, your will. Likewise with your solar plexus chakra, you might see how you are actually not manipulating. I don't like those because it's a very negative word, but that you're very active in shaping your relationships. And this may not be giving room to others for that, and you just need to, this is sort of become aware of that. Heart, I don't see really any issue. The heart's just carrying you, so heart's plugging along as the journey. Higher heart, your belonging, that's another one that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the runes are going to say for what's going to help you. Where you don't feel that connection so much and you feel like you're not moving forward as far as feeling belonging. I'm sure that bringing in the yin will actually help that, because a lot of this is very yang as far as, push, push, push. So the yin is definitely going to balance it to sort of bring in some receiving instead of like push, push, push. For your throat, it's you are focusing, so to just become aware of that, but also that by focusing you are constricting. For your inner eye, I mean, it's good, but you may also feel strapped for time, so that's another thing, because the harvest rune is also about time, so you may feel sort of gaspingly like you don't have time. So this might be why you're pushing in other areas, based on your connection with your intuition. And as for your crown chakra, that's actually, that's another one like the heart one where you're actually doing pretty well. You've got a good exchange going on with what you consider to be the divine. So how can we help on this? Where's the healing? So what can we do to heal what's going on here, or even just to reinforce where it's going well? So let's draw runes to find that out. So over, now these reversed, this is your connection with life. You just need some confidence. You're going to need some confidence. So I'm seeing this more than in that case. Not so much for the physical, but for just basically your feeling of connection with life. You're going to want to look to find some confidence, find your sense of inner worth. Once you find your sense of inner worth, then that's going to help you with your connection with life. As for your sacral chakra, creativity, sexuality, and health, because this is like open out, open out, open out. So this is like you're opening, you're digging through it. You might want to, I'm going to say chill, but not like don't stop, but have some moments of stillness in there, like enjoy what you're pulling out. It's like, remember when we were little and we're opening presents and there's like a bunch of presents and then like you just get them all and then it's just like this glut of presents and you can't focus on any of them. It's like that with this, like with all of this, you're like digging through, and like it's like things are going over your shoulder before you're appreciating them. Take some time, says Isa, the standstill ice rune, and be present for some of the things that you're uncovering, that you're revealing. For your will, that might be a bit overwhelming. Okay, so this is Algi's reversed. Algi's is the rune of protection and support. It's the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and it's reversed here. So this is basically saying, I think a lot of, where you're just, it's like going out and if it's raining, instead of just bringing an umbrella, you're just like trying to push all the rain back up into the sky at all times. And I think in this case, what the runes are suggesting is just bring an umbrella. You know, you don't have to force everybody around you to conform to your will. And you don't need to stress out because that's not a possible thing. Just take care of yourself. Like, just basically go out there and say, what do I need? Don't bring other people into it. Just say, you know, what do I need? And that will help heal that. To heal your will where it feels a bit frantic and overwhelming. So for your solar plexus connection, yeah, okay. So as we saw before, this is basically saying that there was a lot of, you felt like you needed to be in control. Whether or not you were controlling or manipulative, that's beside the point. Just this frantic need that you needed to be in control. And I think what this is saying, Hagalas, the rune of the hailstorm, is that everything around you, again, just like the one before, everything around you, there's the ice cream truck again. Everything around you is like weather. You can't really control it, and you just basically have to, it's the uncontrolled uncontrollables. It's chaos, but it's also nature. So see it as nature, and you won't feel like you need to control it because it's just happening. It's very little of it is your fault. It's just happening, and just basically, you don't have to control it. You just have to weather it. You know, control what you can, but don't go crazy trying to control everything. And anyway, it's weather. For your heart, it's good. What can we do to reinforce that? Okay, so we have manas, which is the rune of humanity and your part in it. Just that you know your journey is your note in the great song, and it's how you're going to be. It's how you're going to be in relation to everything else in the world, and that's cool. That's your journey. So your heart, your sense of belonging. This is when I definitely wanted to see what the healing was for this. Okay, so this is Laguz. Laguz is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's basically flow. It's letting things flow. And I think this is going to connect with this as well, with your communication. You are it seems like you've been very yang and very push, and you haven't been letting this happen. You haven't been letting the yin happen. You haven't been letting natural, emotion and intuition and just gentleness flow. So just basically start letting that flow, and the belonging will come, I think. And also just let your heart lead as well, because, your heart knows a lot. So now we're up to the communication. So it's a bit constrained. You're a bit tight with that. How do we heal that? Okay, so this actually is your challenge. Your challenge is to become less constrained, and it's going to be a really hard challenge because it's Thurizaz and it's reversed, but this is going to tie in with that. So just tap into your heart, because your heart knows the way, and your heart is your note in the song, and it's your journey, and letting things flow from that, because the heart's always the center, so everything that flows out from there is what's going to get you aligned. So letting things flow, letting emotion flow, and not like out of control, but just like seeing it as weather, because there's the weather, letting it flow, and this is what's going to help you. But it is going to be a challenge for you for the communication and manifestation kind of thing, because right now you're very careful, you're very constrained, but that's limiting things. So just see that as a challenge, just take it bit by bit, step by step. I don't see Ivaz here, but that's what came to me in terms of it's a challenge. It's your life's challenge, is to become less constrained in that way. I'm thinking based on that. So, inner eye. You are seeing fruits of your labors. You may be a bit concerned about time. Just be open. Be open. What is going to come to you is going to come to you, and what isn't, and that's basically that's your thing. That's your lot. If it doesn't come to you, then it wasn't meant for you. So just be open. We have the blank rune for that. Finally, crown chakra. This is another one we're just looking for. How do we reinforce this? Because it's doing really well. There you are. We have Sovilo, the sun. That's your source energy. So whatever your source energy is, whatever it is that whenever you do it or whenever you connect with it, you actually feel energized, that's what's going to continue to connect you with source and with whatever you consider the divine. And that's what's going to keep reinforcing that really, really good back and forth connection you have with what you consider the divine. So that, card number 1, people, is your healing reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. So we're going to start with turning this card and seeing what kind of general healing you have. So you're looking to overcome some obstacles right now with your healing. We have, I don't know how to pronounce this, but we have the tiger one. And this has to do with connecting with powerful spirit guides, whatever that is for you. And basically just, it's connecting with spirit to overcome obstacles. So let's get some runes down for your chakras. Again, I'm using the 9-chakra system. You can use the chakra system that you like, but when you hear which ones they are, then you can apply them to your chakra system. Okay, so base chakra. Sacral chakra. Okay, a second. Picking it. Sacral. There we go. Navel chakra. Oop. What do you want to do? There we are. Solar plexus. Heart. Higher heart. Throat. Inner eye. Ooh. And crown. I'm going to move these down because, once again, I started a little too high. Okay, so in your healing quest to tackle and remove obstacles, let's start. So your base chakra, your connection with life and with your physical life, we have Urus reversed. So you may not be feeling as well as you would like to. You may be feeling a little bit unbalanced. You may be feeling a little bit weaker than you would like to. You may be feeling a little less healthy than you would like to. This is Urus. It's the rune of the wild ox. It has to do with strength and health. Also stubbornness. So there's an element of not being able to dig in. So that's basically right now your connection with physicality and life. It's a bit less than you would like it to be. It's like a little bit weaker, it's a little bit less strong, and it's a little bit less where you can find your ground. Immediate recommendation based on just this is tap into your inner strength. You have inner strength. No matter what your connection to life and your connection to your physicality is, you do have inner strength, and this inner strength is going to help you. Next up, we have the Sacral Chakra. This has to do with health, sexuality, and creativity. You are seeing a lot of results here already. We have Yira, which is the harvest rune. It also has to do with time. But you're seeing the fruits of your labors there. If you're creative, you're seeing the fruits of your labors of your creativity. If this is anything you're doing for your health, that is actually, you're seeing results. So there is good stuff happening there. Immediately right off the bat, it's just like, stay the course, keep doing that. Yes, there may be a worry that this is just seasonal, that this may be something that has an ebb and flow naturally, but in general, you are seeing the fruits of your labors for what work you put into that. For your will, we have Lagus reversed. Now, Lagus is the rune of the water. It's the lake. It's emotion, intuition, and heart. It is reversed. So you may not have quite the flow of will going on that you would like to. It's sort of like inwardly what you want to be doing, and you can get things going inwardly. You've got pretty good idea of how things should be flowing, but outwardly it's not as much as you'd like for your will, the flow of your will. It seems to be a bit arrested, as well as and that basically, I'm right off the bat, I'm seeing as you're getting emotional surges where they're unpleasant emotions, and they sort of arrest your development, kind of thing. They sort of like grind you to a bit of a halt and things don't flow the way they should. Because it's scary, you get like these emotional things, and you don't want your will to be directed based on negative emotions, although, you're calling the tiger to try to move things, so maybe that's also something that you need, not to be toxically positive. We basically also need that. So there is more of an inward flow than an outward flow for your will at the moment. So we'll see what we can get for helping for that. Immediate help, tap into your deep inner heart and draw things out from there, because that's where everything basically comes from. The flow from that, and that's how we get realigned. Solar plexus, minor chakra, we have Tivas reversed. So you may be feeling a bit disarmed socially. You may be sort of feeling, in a good way, you're sort of feeling that you don't have to fight, but in a bad way, you sometimes feel a bit disarmed and you're not really able to, you feel worried that you won't be able to defend yourself in a social sort of setting. And so that's sort of what is going to need healing right away. The answer that I'm seeing is tend to your inner responsibilities. This is Tivas, it's Tyr's rune. Tyr has to do with duties and responsibilities, as well as picking up and going, driving forward, because he's the warrior god. But as far as this goes, start taking care of, make sure that your inner duties and responsibilities, like your duties to yourself, your responsibilities for yourself, are being taken care of, and that's going to go a long way towards socially when you are dealing with other people, where you won't feel as disarmed. So here's your center. This is your heart chakra, which is represents what's coming through here for that right now is Isa. It's a bit cold. It's a bit still. I'm not saying that. Certainly not saying anything physically about that, but in terms of your heart may not be in things the way that you want it to be. You may feel a bit frozen. You may feel a bit cold about things, where you want this to be open. You want this to be, flowing with, the high vibrational love and good stuff that's going to feed all these other things. And because while this is frozen, the other things aren't going to get any sort of nourishment. So right away, the first thing that this is suggesting is be very, very still and listen to the clarity coming from your heart, because through your heart is coming the message of what you need to know and how to begin to heal it. We're going to cover a bit of it, but it's really going to come down to you, and you're going to go through that. You're going to center into your heart and connect with that, and hopefully bring through some of these that are going to help start to help eliminate the obstacles that you perceive. Your higher heart. Your higher heart is, right now we have Kaunas reversed. Kaunas is the rune of the fire. It's the torch. It's reversed. So it's basically something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. This chakra has to do with your sense of belonging. So you feel a bit limited as far as your sense of belonging. You feel like maybe you felt like you belonged more before, and now things are like dwindling. At the same time, this is something that you can actually turn your focus on. This is you find yourself keenly focused on wanting this sense of belonging. So this is something you are focused on, and it is through focus, but a better directed focus, that you might start to find a way to reconnect with that sense of belonging. Throat chakra. We have Pertho reversed. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. It has to do with surprises, but surprises that were always there, and fate. Through communication, that's how you learn who you are. Through your communication, this is saying you are learning things about yourself. Now, you might also find that you are hearing things coming out of your mouth that you don't want, and that you regret later, because that's Pertho reversed. Pertho's both inner surprises and unpleasant surprises. So both of those things are happening, but the immediate suggestion right away is just be aware and take note, and then ask yourself, what did I learn? What did I learn about myself based on that thing that came out that I didn't mean to, and that I didn't particularly like? There's people in the hallway. Can you hear them? I can hear them. So, your connection with your intuition. there's a bit of an emergency happening there. You really need to reconnect with your intuition. Right now we have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need. When it's anytime you see Nauthi's, it's a rune of need. So tend your needs. But when it's reversed, it's like drop everything and tend your needs, because this is something that's lacking in your life right now. And it's really through this that you're going to connect with this tiger that's going to come through and start removing these obstacles from what you see. So this is basically your emergency thing. So best suggestion right now is, you know what needs to be done. You need to reconnect with your intuition. You need to, reconnect with your insight. And that's right there. It's like, this is what you're going to need to do. Finally, your crown chakra, we have Ansu's, which is the rune of communication. Communication and manifestation. It looks like you do have some good communication with what you consider to be the divine. This is excellent. You always want to have that good communication going on. And it's for you, it's actually it's not even super, super inner. Like it's upright. So you have a very active, whatever you consider the divine, whether it's, science or nature or God or, the universe, but you actually have a much more open, it's not just hidden and very, very private. You have a very open conversation almost at all times with that. So that's what's helping you for that already. And really just that's, stay the course. So how can we heal this or make this better? This is the healing part. So let's see. For your base chakra, where you are not feeling as strong as you would like, what do we have? Which way does that go? It's not really, because you're doing well. Your health was showing to be doing well. Like every time you actually put something into it, you're seeing results. So that's actually doing well. But I think it's more your connection with life that you're not feeling. You're feeling a bit unbalanced. You're feeling a bit, worried about that. So what's going to help you that? What's going to help you with that and to help heal that is we have Fehu. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. It doesn't mean money is going to help you. It means the Fehu was cattle. Fehu was the cattle. That was your movable wealth and it was your living wealth. It's wealth as long as you take care of it. So look around your life and see what in your life, if you actually looked to it and paid it attention and tended to it and nurtured it, that would help you feel more worthy and would help you with your connection to life. And that's what's going to sort of get you back on your feet as far as your connection with your life, is tending the things and nurturing the things that when you nurture them and when you take care of them, they become your personal sense of richness in life. So that's that. That's how you heal that. For your sacral chakra, health, sexuality, and creativity, you're already doing really well. You're already seeing results. How can this be better? Just be patient. Do it bit by bit. Try not to rush it. It's like pushing the river. You can't go out and make the corn grow faster by pulling on it. So, you may have a lot of really great ideas for creativity. You may have a lot of really great ideas for taking care of your health. But don't push the river. Just basically, you're already doing really well. You're already seeing results. But I feel like based on this, you may be thinking, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, more, when in fact, you are going to get the things that you are seeing results, you're seeing them. So just be patient. You're going to get each thing in its time. You're going to keep getting results as long as you're working on it. So it's good. It's good. For your will, this was one of the ones that we wanted to see how we can heal that, because right now it feels like, you're frustrated. Things aren't flowing the way that you would like them to. So how can we heal that? How can we heal the will? Okay. So we have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of birth, and it's the birch tree. So it's the rune of birth and beginnings. It's like you have to go back before the beginning. Like, it's like, I think for what you want, you can't just, it's like, I want $1 million. Well, you can't just get $1 million. You have to at least buy the lottery ticket. So, it's like, what you want, what it is, but then you have to sort of go back and go back before the beginning of what you want and sort of build up to that. At the same time, there's a sense of, it's not that, it's not saying like to rebirth yourself, but it sort of is saying to also rebirth yourself, because you will be more when you come forward, and then you probably won't be as frustrated as well. As well, there may be things that you're trying to push to begin, and you're beginning a lot of things and nothing is happening because you're trying to begin too many things. So maybe stop beginning things and just like pick something and start working on that, and that's how you'll be able to work your will through that. So here we are, solar plexus. You're feeling a bit disarmed with other people. Maybe you're feeling a bit defensive with other people. How can we heal that? Let's see what the runes suggest. Interconnection with spirit. Okay, so first, interconnection with spirit. We have Avaz, which is the horse rune. It's reversed, so it's inner, so the horse has to do with movement and also spirit. Also, are you maybe running around a lot socially and like trying to do the butterfly thing, but that's not working for you and that's why you're always disarmed? Maybe this is saying it's like try not running around so much. Try basically just taking your time. It's same with this here. It's like take your time. You want to have these things, but you can't push the river. So maybe spend some time, like with somebody, like have a quiet visit or something, and just like you're not spreading yourself too thin and you don't feel disarmed. So try not to push the river with that, and also connect to spirit inwardly, and sort of so you're not lonely, so you're not doing social to be like, you are complete basically as you are. And if you're trying to do social because you feel you need that to be complete, then you're never going to be complete, because you have to be complete first. You have to realize your completeness first. You have to connect with your tiger. You connect with your tiger, or whatever your equivalent remover of obstacles in your deep spirit is. And then you won't feel as frantic, that you have to run around as much socially. You'll be like, okay, but I'm doing this because I enjoy it now, and not because I feel like I'm going to die. So here we are in the center, your heart. Everything with your heart is flowing out through to all the other chakras, and so if the heart is frozen, then the rest of it is going to be having a bit of problems, which we have seen already, but we are working on healing them. So the heart, how can we heal this feeling of frozenness in the heart? We can let the heart shine. So we have Dagas. Sorry, I wasn't staying balanced. We have Dagas, which is the breaking of the day. So breaking of the day is the sun, and that melts the ice. So go deep. You're already wanting to be still and connect with heart, so your heart can give you some clarity. Let your heart shine, because once you connect with your heart and see your heart's light, so to speak, let that flow out into the other areas of your body and life. And that's what's going to help you with everything. This is essential before anything else is going to be healing, because this is your center. So it's a bit frozen, tap into it, breathe, and then like one technique I heard is that when you breathe, imagine that you're sort of feeding a flame, like a nice flame, candle flame to start with if it has to be, but then just you're feeding your inner light when you breathe to it, and then that's going to become your shine that's coming through, and then shine. It's coming through you. It's not coming from you. It's coming through you because you're coming through you. So there we go. That's what's going to help at heart level, and it's going to flow out into everything else. So your higher heart, your sense of belonging. Let's see if we can get that a bit unconstrained. Let's get some of that constraint out. Blank. Okay, so your sense of belonging, you're here so you belong. That's a given. Like right away, if you're here, you belong. So just have a moment, be open, sort of feel yourself in the world, and just feel how you do belong in the world. I don't know, sounds relatively unhelpful to me, but it's actually just about being open. And I think it's also being open. Everything at this point is being fed the light from your heart center when you're breathing into it, and sort of bringing that breaking of the day through, bringing that dawn through to the rest of you. So I think this is really going to be open to being open to that dawn. And then when you see that, then you're going to feel like you belong a little bit more than you currently do. Not that you don't belong now, but you're going to feel it more. So your throat chakra, where you are worried about saying the wrong thing, and sometimes you say the wrong thing and it reveals things that you don't particularly like, this is where you're going to be careful. What's going to heal that is, it could be as simple as think before you speak. It could be basically just really create. If you're creating something carefully, like writing, painting, woodwork, something you're creating carefully is a way that you can express yourself that is much more careful than sometimes your careless words, and you'll be more clear creating something, writing something, music, whatever. You'll be able to express what you need to express in a way that is more creative and more controlled. So that's what's going to help you with that. Your inner eye, where this is an emergency, you need to reconnect with your spirituality, such as it is. Whatever your spirituality is, it could, it doesn't necessarily have to be something like organized religion. It could be to nature. It could be, whatever makes you feel connected with something greater than yourself, the universe, nature, science. And we have Othala. So Othala is the rune of home and the homeland. And what this is saying is, find where you feel safe, protected, sanctuary, home. Find, that part of the universe where, like, that sense of being at home in the universe, whatever that is, do more of it. Because that's what's going to really help you connect with your sense of spirit, with whatever you consider to be spirit. And as far as your connection with the divine, I'm sure that can help you with that. You're already doing really well with that. You've got that open communication going on. Okay, we have Vunyo reversed. Don't be afraid. The divine can take it. So we have Vunyo is the joy rune, and it's reversed, and it's on the upper line. So one, connect with your deep inner joy, and this is how you're going to connect with your deep inner joy. In fact, this constant communication is a way to connect with your deep inner joy. At the same time, what I'm getting is the divine can take it. Like, if you don't have to worry about being a fair weather friend with the divine. The divine can take it. Whatever grievance, or if you're upset, I'm sure you're probably already doing this because you've got really good active communication going on there. But don't be afraid to talk about it with the divine, whatever that is for you. It can take it. It's big. So, and with your intuition, just basically go where you feel at home, whatever that is. So that is your healing reading. Card number 2, people, I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. So card number 3, people, we're going to turn this and we're going to get a first idea of what kind of healing you're going to be needing. Okay, the sun of 417 hertz. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Okay, so this is basically saying you may be dealing with a lot of negativity right now in your surroundings. If you become your own sun by tapping into what nourishes you and tapping into what it is that is the sun for you, so where your source energy comes from. So if you tap into that, this is whatever it is that you do or tap into that always energizes you, and let yourself shine with that. You become your own sun, and negativity can't come near you. So you just are blazing through it. So that's the first hint about your healing. So let's get the chakra runes down. I'm going to lay down the 9 runes for the chakras. So base chakra. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've had that earlier. We have the Sacral Chakra. We have the will, the navel chakra. We have the solar plexus chakra. We have the heart. Ooh, interesting. Interesting for the heart chakra. higher heart. Nice. B for belonging. Throat. Okay. Inner eye. Okay. And crown. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to move these down just a little bit. I thought I'd started low enough this time. Every time I'm moving these down. Okay, starting with the base chakra. This is your connection with life and physicality and your life. We have Urus reversed. So Urus is the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. You may feel as though you're a bit unbalanced. You may right now feel that you've been sort of knocked off your feet. You may feel not as strong as you'd like to. You may feel not as healthy as you'd like to. You may just feel like not as strong and healthy with your connection to life as you would like to. So that's something we're definitely work on. Right away, the advice from the runes is tap into your inner strength. You do have inner strength. So connect with your inner strength. That's going to be the beginning of help. And also the beginning of shining. Your Sacral Chakra, which is health, sexuality, and creativity, we have the blank rune. So you may on one hand feel that it's like a mist lately. It's kind of like blank. There's not much coming through. You may be feeling a creative block. You may be feeling that your health is okay, but it's not just, and you may have mysteries that you're worried about for your health as well, and that might be tied into how you're sort of feeling uncomfortable with life. That might be going on. Immediate suggestion from this is just be open. Like open yourself up to just like be aware. Like open up your awareness in this area of your health and your creativity, and just see if you can see anything. See if you connect with that dream stream where you're starting to see things bubble up, and you'll be able to see perhaps the mist will clear. For your will, we have Nauthies. Now, Nauthies is the rune of need. It's basically saying, you're going to need to tend your needs. Your will is going to be connected with that. Your will is going to be connected with, you want to get your needs tended. And right now, that's your main focus. Easy solution right off the bat is start tending your needs. Like whatever needs to be done, start doing that. And that's what's going to start, it's easy wins. It's like they say, if you make a list of things to do, make sure you put easy wins on there, like, make the bed, or, have a glass of water, things that you can easily, quickly do, that'll start to satisfy some needs that, maybe you otherwise would have neglected. But it's just either way, it's just like you can check that off. It's like I tended that need. Moving up, we have the solar plexus chakra, another one I'm going to be drawing. I'm going to be very interested in seeing how we heal this, because right now you're feeling out of your comfort zone socially. We have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. Reversed, it has to do with feeling like you're outside of your comfort zone to a certain extent. Maybe there's something to do with your home where you're not feeling comfortable socially within your home. Like maybe you're something's been overturned within the home setting for some of you. Immediate message right off the bat, immediate advice is let go of things that no longer serve you. If there's something that you've been carrying around that is just dragging you down, just let that go. And that's going to help you in this situation where you're feeling a little bit out of your comfort zone in socially. So here we are in the center. We have the heart chakra here. We have Partho reversed. So with your heart chakra, so Partho's surprises, fate, it's surprises, but surprises that were always there. When it's reversed, sometimes it's negative surprises, and I'll get to the positive surprise. There's a good positive element to it as well, which I'll get to. So right now you're sort of feeling like maybe your heart isn't in, maybe you're being surprised by some really negative sort of feelings that where your heart is like, man, you're getting some negative surprises from where your heart wants to go. Negative for you, your heart always knows the right way, but you're like, no, wait a minute, this is a surprise I don't like about what your heart is saying. Maybe this is tied in with the social, with the reversed Othala in the social. But either way, immediate advice is what are you learning? Partho reversed is always also about what inner surprises are you getting? Like what surprises about yourself are you getting? So you're learning something about yourself, even if what you're learning, even if the thing that your heart is telling you is something that you don't want to hear, you probably should still listen because you're learning about yourself. So your sense of belonging, I would say your sense of belonging is very connected with family. First of all, we have Berkana. So that Berkana is the rune of birth, the birch tree. It's birth and beginnings. It does connect with family. It also connects with identity, but on a yin level. So female identity, if you identify as female, but your yin identity, your more passive identity, your receiving identity, your organic identity, the one that just grew instead of one that you constructed. This is where you're very much connected to your sense of belonging. And, honestly, any advice that I can give based on just that is just keep unfurling, keep birthing yourself, keep developing and growing and becoming, because that's what's going to make your sense of belonging more established, which is good. You have to belong with yourself first as well. That's definitely important, is that with yourself you need to have that sense of belonging. If you're not comfortable with yourself, then that's something that's a real problem. It may be dragging you down that you feel that you've always identified your sense of self with family, because maybe things are not going very well within a home environment, and you might need to become more independent as far as your sense of belonging, is what this is saying. So, another reason to become your own sun and just S-U-N, sun, and just blaze away that negativity. Your throat chakra, your communication, you're actually you're very good at communication, and you also use communication to tend your needs. Like, you're actually actively able to speak your needs. You're very responsible with your communication. We have Tivaz, it's Tyr's rune. Tyr has to do with riding forward into battle because he's the warrior god, but also has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. So you're very good with that. You might also be a bit combative at the moment in a communicating way. So your communications currently might be a bit combative. I'm not going to say defensive because it's not reversed, but I'm going to say you may be going on the offense in certain situations right now, and that might need to be healed. Once you connect with your light, and once you're shining, you won't actually need to be worried about that. You won't need to feel the need to fight as much. But anyway, we'll get to that. Your inner eye, your third eye, as they call it, your connection with your intuition, your connection with guides and things. We have Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree. It has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development. And you are very patient with that. You take things as they come to you, and you're not like yearning for more. You just basically accept what comes to you, and this is something you basically rely on, and that's excellent. That's like a really good thing. You're always learning as well. You're always building on that. You're with your intuition. So this is something that maybe you're studying, you're just sort of keeping an eye on and learning and growing with that step by step. So that's cool. That's going to be a stay the course kind of thing. Your connection with the divine, what you consider the divine, whatever that is for you, you do have you can turn your focus on that, and you're very good at turning your focus on that. It could be more open. We have Kanas, which is the rune of opening out, expansion. It's the torch, which is the fire. It has to do with something that starts small as a ember and goes into a blaze, but it's reversed in the crown chakra spot where you're connecting with the divine. So it's like when you need it, you connect to it, and then you disconnect. It's like maybe you always have a threads connection to it, but it's not something that's always on your mind. It's something that you will turn to. You will do. You'll have that connection, and it's when you do have that connection, it's like laser focus. But you could be more open with that connection, and I'm sure it would help you. Okay, let's see what we can do with these to heal or improve these. So starting with your base chakra, where you're not feeling as steady as you'd like to. Okay. It's almost saying let yourself be overwhelmed. Like, let yourself be overwhelmed with life. Like, let yourself be overwhelmed with the wonder of life. It's amazing. Like, when you just let yourself just, I mean, you can do this by gratitude. Like, you can just like, well, what am I grateful for? Because I'm sort of feeling not as connected with life as I'd like to. I'm not feeling as strong with it. What is there that is in the world? And just find something that fascinates you. Like, find the things that fascinate you, and then find that there are so many things that fascinate you about life and the world that you will never tire of it. This is Daga, it's the rune of the breaking of the day. It's the dawn, vanquisher of darkness. Just basically become aware, of just the wonder of life and the world. Like, just start to think about it and start chasing the things that fascinate you about it, and just start being really, really aware of it and getting excited about it. Find things to be excited about life, because it's exciting. And the runes are saying this is something that once you start, it will just keep opening out and just illuminate your entire field of vision. So that's exciting. For your sacral chakra, for your health, sexuality, and creativity, where it feels like it's in a mist, let it be wild. Let it be wild. We have Hagalas, which is the rune of the hailstorm, and this has to do with chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables, but see it as weather. Like, see it as just weather and wild and exciting, and it's nature and it's your nature, and just let it be what it is, and then work with it. You know, because if it's just like mist and you're just sort of, but just like see the mist as part of nature, because you are, and let that become exciting and wild, and just let that be wild. Let that element of you be wild. Very exciting, wild creativity. For your will, where you feel like you need to tend your needs, what's going to help you there is you are going to be seeing the fruits of your labors as soon as you do that. So it's like what we were saying was like, make that list, put easy things on the list. The more you can see, Yira, it's the harvest rune, fruits of your labors. The more you can see, as soon as you tend a need, as soon as you can see the fruits of your labors of that, as soon as you can see the result, that's going to help you. And it's going to inspire you to go on and do the next one. So that's what's going to keep you with your will, and it's going to raise your confidence in your will, because you wanted to do a thing and you did the thing, and the thing got done, and you're getting results. Hooray! So your will is good. Your will is going to be okay. All of this is going to be okay. Solar plexus, you're feeling out of your comfort zone. Inner communication is going to be key. Okay, inner communication and listening. We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu is the rune of communication. You're feeling out of your comfort zone, so two things. Connect with your inner voice. Be aware of what your inner voice is saying. Accept what the truths that it is saying. If it is telling you something, then maybe that's something you need to look into. I mean, see it as a counselor more than like the law. I mean, you might be like, I don't like the look of that person, but you might eventually get along really well with that person. So just like, make sure that you're in communication with all the things, but also see them as counselors, sort of just like, okay, I know that's how I feel, and I acknowledge that's how I feel, but let's see. And here's where the let's see comes in, because Ansu's reversed also has to do with listening. So be willing to listen in a social setting, like in the social setting that you're dealing with, where you're feeling out of your comfort zone, and maybe if it is a home setting, then maybe your home is feeling a bit overturned. Listening is going to heal that. Listening is going to be, at least it's going to help you heal yourself in that. So now here's the center. This is the big one. Your heart is telling you something maybe you're not happy about, but you're learning something about yourself because of it. So let's see what we can do to solidify that. Yeah. This is Fehu. Fehu's the first rune. It's the rune of wealth and worth. It's cattle. So it's not money. It's basically, it's your movable wealth, it's your living wealth. It's wealth that is wealth when you're taking care of it. So whatever it is in your life that makes you feel that your life is rich and makes you feel of worth, but that you have to take care of, be taking care of those things. Because the more you take care of those things that make your life feel rich, the more of worth you're going to feel, and the more that feeling of worth and the richness of life is going to spill out over all these other chakras and heal the rest of you. So there's that. So higher heart, sense of belonging. You're continually birthing yourself. You're continually unfolding. You may be limited a bit at the moment by feeling like your sense of belonging is connected with family. Go inward. Connect to spirit inwardly. We have whatever spirit is for you. Connect with that inwardly. We have Avaz reversed. Avaz is the rune of the horse. The horse is movement and spirit. So two things. Go inwardly, connect with spirit, whatever that is for you. And that's going to make you feel like you belong wherever you are as you unfold and become. As well, you may have felt like a bit frantic. You may have felt like you had to keep running around to make things continue to work and to make yourself continue to belong. Stop running around. You belong without running around. You belong whether you don't run around at all or not. So whether you run around at all or not, whether you're frantic running around or not, you belong. So stop it. Say the runes. Connect with your inner spirit and see your sense of belonging as you unfold and become, and see that your sense of belonging is strong no matter what. Because you belong. You do belong. If you're here, you belong. So, throat chakra, communication. You may be feeling a bit combative. You may feel, that you're very responsible. You're taking responsibility about it, but you may feel a bit combative. If you sort of become more confident in taking care of yourself, which is what Algi's reversed is. Algi's is the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and it has to do with protection and support. It's reversed, and it's here on your throat chakra, so it's basically saying you are able to take care of yourself. And I think a lot of this combativeness is you're feeling like, it's almost like, I have to do everything myself, and then it's like, yeah, I do everything myself, and so I am confident, and I can take care of myself. So it's sort of turning that around from you're a bit combative because you feel like everything, like you're taking care of things, of your duties and responsibilities. First of all, take care of your duties and responsibilities to yourself, first of all. It's not reversed here, but it's like, I'm going to do this to protect myself, I'm going to do this to support myself. But if you're like running around taking care of all the duties and responsibilities, then you're getting a bit testy and combative, and what's going to help you is make sure that your needs are taken care of. Like, make sure first. It doesn't mean you're not going to be responsible for other people. You still are, very likely. However, make sure that your own oxygen mask is in place before attempting to assist another, and then it will be easier for you, and you won't be as combative communicatively. And your being able to do that will come through in your communications, and you'll be more calm and more confident and less likely to be combative. So your connection with your inner eye, your connection with your spirits, your guides, and whatever spirit is for you, and your intuition. Right now, you're taking it as it comes. You're being very patient with it. You're never pushing the river on that, which is really, really good. What this is saying is you could stand to be even more with it. You could actually maybe take up meditation. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It's standstill, it's stillness, but stillness through which comes clarity. So because right now it's there, and you always feel connected with it, and it's always there when you need it, you could have some moments, if you just take some stillness, spend some stillness with it, you will get that clarity even more clearly. If you can just take some time every day and just be still with it, and you might get more insights than even usual, which is lovely. It'll be just a nice connection for you. As for your crown chakra, where you could be a little more open, you do have that laser focus, but right now it's just, it's there, and then you do other things. It's sort of limited. It's laser focused, but it's a bit. It's not constrained. It's just like it could be more open. It's good. It's laser focused, and you give your all when you do it. So what this is saying is we have Gebo, which is the rune of the gift, which is always an exchange, agreements, decisions, and goals. So it's almost like saying, make sure you make time in your life and in your day for this, to do that, like to maybe do this more, to connect more. Make that agreement with yourself where you're gonna do that more, and that will help you with that and feel more connected than just like the occasional laser focus. So that, card number 3, people, is your healing reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 4, people. So we're going to start by turning this card over, and we're going to see what immediately your general thing of healing is. Theta of Venus. Okay, so this is like that liminal space between, sleep and wakeness, sleep and wakefulness, where everything's still kind of dreamy and you can just kind of love everything. You can just kind of see everything as beautiful if you let yourself, as you float in this liminal space. And a lot of healing can come through in that, where if you're in that state of being and just sort of think about the radiance of everything and feel how you love it all, how you can see it all as beautiful, see everything as radiance. And that's going to be a first big step towards healing. So now, healing readings. Let's get some runes down for the chakras and see what we're going to do with that. So base chakra. Oh, interesting. That's the first one I've seen of that. That's the first time I've seen that rune there today. Sacral chakra. Sacral, if you want. Will, the navel chakra. Solar plexus. Heart. Rightly so. Sense of belonging, very nice. Very, very nice. Card number 4, people. Throat. Inner eye. That does want to be there. And crown. Ooh, lovely. Okay. On the 4th reading that I'm doing of this, I feel like maybe I should always have started reading these from the heart outward, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue in what I've been doing, where I'm starting with the lower, where the base chakra is. Oops, I'm stuck with my leaves. Okay. Your base chakra, your connection with life and physicality in life. We have Avaz. Avaz is the horse rune. The horse has to do with movement and spirit. So right now, you're just basically galloping through life. You are very, life is very natural for you. You feel like it's fast moving, but you are happy and it's exhilarating and you're moving quickly through it. And you also have a good, strong connection with spirit, whatever spirit is for you. So your connection with life is just flying along. You're just like, yeah, that part's easy. Being alive is the easy part. Your health is also doing really well. We have, this is the Sacral Chakra, and we have it's health, sexuality, and creativity. You're doing very well. We have Urus. Urus is the wild ox. The wild ox has to do with strength and health. So you're doing really well. It also has to do with a bit with stubbornness. So you might be almost very rigid with your practices in those regards, but it's really good. Like your life is good, physicality is good, creativity is good, strong, very strong. Your will, you're very patient with your will. So we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. It has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development, and you know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and you know that what you want to do is something that you're willing to put in the patience for. You're willing to take the time that it needs to do it, which is great. It's just you're doing it step by step. You sometimes get impatient because these things take time, but like, why can't I just have something? Why can't I just do the thing? But it's good. You're very aware of that. So that part is good. For your solar plexus, socializing and your social aspect of your life, associating with other people, that's your journey. You see that as your journey. Like the people you know and the associations you have and the socializing that you do, this is like your main journey. Like you're moving through life in this way, and it gives you a lot of happiness in your journey, and it carries you. The people in your life whom you love carry you. So that's good. Sometimes it's a bit of a plod, and sometimes you have to carry yourself through it, and that's something maybe we'll see what else we can do with that. heal that. But it's very good. Like it's your journey. Here we are in the center, rightly so. It is Othala, the rune of the home and the homeland. So you are, your heart's your home. You basically see, you look to your heart as your center still. Like it's like it is your center, and you look for it there, and it's like your home. It's your home keys. you go there, and it's like you feel at home when you're moving, when you're acting from your heart, when you're letting your heart lead. Excellent. Your sense of belonging. You do have a very strong sense of who you are in the world and your part in the song. We have Manas, which is the rune of that. It's the rune of you and it's the rune of humanity, or the rune of humanity and your part in it. So your part in the song. You do very much associate belonging with other people. You face each other with joy, and as long as you face each other with joy, then you feel like you belong. So there's that. Throat chakra. You speak your truth. We have, this is such a, all the other readings, this reading is like right away, yep, this good, very good. But we're still going to make it better afterwards. We're still going to see this as a healing. We're going to do the next set where it's going to be showing you what you can heal with as well. So throat chakra, we have Algiz reversed. Algiz is the rune of protection and support. It's the moose. It's reversed in the throat chakra section. Throat chakra, of course, has to do with communication, manifestation. You speak your truth. You protect yourself. You can stand up for yourself, and you can speak for yourself. So that's what this is saying. You might feel like sometimes you're the only one saying this, and you're the only one saying the things that need to be said, and that can drag you down sometimes. So we'll see what can make that better, because we'll be drawing runes on top of these and seeing what can make that better. Your inner eye, or your third eye chakra, we have Vunyo reversed. So I'm going to read this a couple ways. If anything needs healing, it would be this. Vunyo is the joy rune. It's reversed in the inner eye chakra section. So on the one hand, you know that you can connect to whatever your deep inner joy is by connecting with your intuition, connecting to spirit, whatever you consider spirit to be. However, you're not super happy or contented with your connection, to your intuition right now. You feel like that could be better. You have some complaints. Maybe you feel like you don't trust your intuition at the moment. Maybe you feel like your intuition cannot be trusted. Maybe you're just discontented with your connections there. Maybe you want a new guide. You have your guide, and you have many guides throughout. But maybe there's like some connection in this on the spirit level where you feel things could be better. So we'll throw down some runes about that. In the meantime, connect with your deep inner joy, and that's going to help you connect better right away. That's the advice that I'm seeing given. So your crown chakra, your connection with the divine, whatever you consider the divine to be, whether that's a deity or the universe or nature or whatever, your higher self, anything like that. For you, your connection with the divine is constantly unfolding and being birthed. We have Berkana, which is the rune of the birch tree, and this has to do with birth and beginnings. It's a constant unfolding for you. You're continually birthing yourself and your yin identity. You're receiving passive identity with that. So that is your initial chakra run, what we have so far for that. Let's see how we can make this better, what we can do from a healing standpoint for all of these. So we're going to start with the base chakra. Again, life is exhilarating. You're galloping along through that. You've got a strong connection with your spirit, and it's carrying you. It's very exciting. How can this be even better? Bring in your emotion, intuition, and heart to it. Let yourself feel the emotions. You're feeling. You sometimes feel big emotions, and sometimes you're galloping a bit too fast to where they have to catch up with you. You're moving so fast. Let yourself feel. This is Laguz. It's the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's the water. It's the lake, it's the flow through which riches flow. So allow yourself to feel, even as you're exhilaratingly running through life. Life's a roller coaster, gallop, gallop, gallop. But let yourself feel, like give yourself time to savor is what this is recommending for that, for your connection to life and your base chakra. So your health, sexuality, and sexuality, and creativity, very strong, strong and healthy. How could it be better? I'm going to see this more as your creativity. Your creativity might feel a little bit like four posts in the ground, so it might feel like that might be a bit stubborn and stuck. See it as a challenge. See it as a challenge. We have Thurisaz reversed. So Thurisaz is the rune of the challenge. It's like, even if you don't get anywhere with it as far as like where you're feeling like, okay, I'm the best, where you're feeling like you're the best at it, just do it because it makes you happy. You're strong and you're feeling strong, you're feeling healthy. Your creativity might be a bit dug in, and you may feel like you want to loosen that up a bit. See that as your personal challenge, that you're going to try to loosen that up and get through that thorn wall. Your will, which sometimes you get impatient with it, but that's, you step by step, that's how you do it. How could it be better? Be open. Be open, because even though you're doing, your step by step, be open, because you might see things along your way. Like, you have your focus, and that's really, really good, because that means you don't see the obstacles, because you're just like step by step. But still be a little bit more open, because there might be something that could add richness to this step by step for getting your will expressed, that might make it better. Also, oh man, I just had this and it was like really cool. Instead of pushing forward step by step and wanting to push the river and getting impatient, when you feel yourself getting impatient, really inhabit the moment, really savor it, really feel that moment, and let it sparkle around you. And that's what's going to help with that, with your will, with like enacting your will. It's like, okay, this is that moment. It's never going to be this moment again on this. So let me really, really feel that. Let me really let that sink in. So, solar plexus, your connection with others, your social connections, which is your journey. This is how, your journey in the world you feel is connected with others. It's already connected with others. You love it. Let it illuminate your entire field of vision. Let the light that comes from that just like light everything. And this is also going to lead up to this, where when you can sit in that state, that liminal state between sleeping and waking, and just love everything and just see the radiance of everything. And this is going to be part of your journey. Just see that everything is radiant and just let it light everything. So here we are in the center, your heart, which is your home, which is rightly so. How can this be better? Because it's already great. Ooh, okay. We have, now these reversed. Now these is the rune of need. It's when it's reversed, it's like drop everything and tend this need. Because your heart is your home, don't let if anything comes up, don't just think, okay, well, I'll sit on it and I'll let it, see if it resolves itself. No, drop everything, because this is your home. So if you see anything come up that has to do with, that might make this home less comfortable, your heart being your home, address it at once, immediately. Like, don't wait, do not pass go, do not collect $200. You just like drop everything and tend it, because you got to keep that heart, the center of you, your heart, which is also your home and which you let lead, which is great. Make sure that you are absolutely on top of that, and the slightest need is immediately drop everything and take care of that and keep that good. Keep that good. Your sense of belonging. Your sense of belonging is with others. Sometimes actually identifying with that can be difficult, because if you try to meet somebody with joy and they meet you with not joy, then that can drag you down. So let's see how we can heal from that if that happens. If that happens, connect with your source energy. We have Sovila, which is the sun. The sun has to do with source energy. This is whatever you do or wherever you are, where it nourishes you, where it energizes you. This is something that you do and you're like, I could do this all day, because it gives you energy rather than takes away from it. So whatever it is that is for you, if you're having problems feeling like you belong because maybe you tried to connect with somebody and they rejected it, or maybe they weren't as connecting as you wanted them to be. Connect with your own source energy, and that will fill in that blank. And you'll still feel like you belong because you're connecting within the world, and the world is letting you know, yeah, you're here, you belong. Because if you're here, you belong. So your throat chakra, this is one of the ones where, this is the one where you speak your own truth. You sometimes wish other people would stand up with you, but you speak your own truth. What is going to help you with that? Don't get defensive and don't fight it. Like, don't fight this. Like, other people have their own truths, and sometimes, yes, you're the only one who stands up and says what needs to be said. Don't fight about this. Like, just be peaceful. Stay peaceful about it. It's your truth. It's good. So how are we going to heal? Now, this is the one that I've been waiting to do, because this is your connection with spirit. This is your intuition. You feel like it could be better. You maybe are a little bit discontented with that. So let's see what rune. Okay. You can do things to boost your intuition that are going to help you and like that are immediately going to show results. So this is Yira. It's the rune of the harvest. It's also time. So again, be patient. Take your time with this, even though it's not a thing that you're doing, like an outer world thing. You'll still, if you put the work in, you're going to see the results. So I'm just quickly throw an example. What's an example of something you can do to work on your intuition and make it better? Okay, so maybe predict things. We have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box, and it's surprises, but surprises that were always there. So watch for surprises. See how you handle that, how your intuition handles surprises. What else? Let's see. And basically inner communication. So listening and inner communication will also help with that. So, but anyway, what this is saying is once you start working on that, once you start doing training maybe for that, or maybe just like sitting with it and seeing if you can connect better, you are going to get results. So just give yourself the time to do that, and you'll start to see results. Finally, your connection with the divine, whatever the divine is for you, which is a constant unfolding. How can this be even better? Because it's already really good. Oops. We have Gabo. Gabo appeared in the last one in this place as well. Set yourself a time. Like Gabo's the rune of the gift. It has to do with an exchange, agreements, decisions, and goals. And this is basically saying, set yourself some time. Like, give yourself some time in the day where you're going to connect with what you consider to be the divine, and have that exchange. Have that exchange with it. And so it's not just, your continual unfolding, which is always great, but have an exchange with it, and set yourself some time to do so. Like, make that part of your plan. And none of it will hurt to actually really focus on this next time you're in that liminal state between sleep and wake, and just sort of to think about the radiance that everything is. I mean, energetically, we're all radiance. And just to love it all, see the beauty of it all. And that, card number 4, people, is your healing reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.